Imagine this. Your child at 25, financially stressed, drowning in debt, and calling you for help. What if you could jump in a time machine like DeLorean style and stop that from ever happening? Well, good news. You can change that future. And it starts right here, right now, with one simple thing: talking to your kids about money. Hey, it's Greg Aronoff, and welcome to Inspiring Next Gen Wealth, where we empower parents to raise financially savvy kids, rewrite negative money mindsets, and make money fun and easy to learn. Let's get started. For most of us, we wouldn't consider ourselves financial experts. Managing money is hard, and there's a scientific reason for that. In the book Money Mammoth by Brad Klontz and others, they explain that our brains are hardwired to consume and not save. Because back in the day, our ancestors' survival depended on us using resources right away. There were no refrigerators or banks. So if saving and budgeting ever seems hard, there's a good reason for it. We're built that way. So fast forward to today, and our wiring hasn't caught up to modern money problems. And the stats are shocking. 72% of Americans feel financial stress at least some of the time, and over 20% feel extreme stress about money. The average household has $16,000 in credit card debt. And in addition to our inborn tendencies, our money habits are formed super early. Research shows that by age 7, your kids already have core money beliefs and habits around saving and spending. That's right, 7. And these invisible scripts can be hard to break later in life. Now, I believe in a growth mindset and that we can always learn and grow. But if we don't teach our kids about money, they'll have a harder time figuring it out for themselves. And the outcomes can be not great. 40% of adults without financial education have zero savings. 22% of teens lack basic financial literacy skills. Millennials are starting their careers with a jaw-dropping $1.1 trillion in debt. So TLDR, if we don't teach our kids about money, we're setting them up for avoidable stress and mistakes in the future. However, here's the good news. Teaching your kids about money doesn't mean you have to be a financial expert. The first step is simple. Just start talking about money. That's it. Which sounds easy, but let's be honest, a lot of us avoid it. But why? All right, reason number 1, we don't feel like money experts. For a lot of us, the primary reason is that deep down, we don't feel like we're money experts ourselves, and we don't want to stress our kids out. It's like, how can I teach my kids if I'm not great with money myself? And that is totally okay. You don't have to be perfect. You can be what Dr. Becky calls a cycle breaker. Share your own experiences, share your wins and your mistakes. But you'll want to keep these 3 things in mind when you talk about money. Number 1, avoid disparaging money and how hard it is to make. As a cycle breaker, be aware of what you say because little ears are always listening. So eliminate any money is the root of all evil and money doesn't grow on trees type of phrases. Number 2, avoid disparaging wealthy folks. If we talk negatively about people with money, that will sink in and our kids will subconsciously avoid growing up to be wealthy themselves. And number 3, the goal is to keep conversations and lessons positive and not stress your kids out. The second reason we avoid talking to kids about money is that we're afraid of raising spoiled kids. Ron Lieber, author of Opposite of Spoiled, says that we avoid money talks in fear of raising spoiled kids. However, he shows that money lessons can actually teach virtues like generosity, patience, and perseverance. So the first step in teaching your kids about money is to make it a normal part of conversations at home. And remember, kids learn by watching you. If you treat money with respect and positivity, they will too. Now let's get into some tips and techniques. How can you sneak money lessons into everyday life and do it without making it feel awkward or boring or lecture-y? So here are some ideas. Number 1, when you're shopping, Explain why you chose certain brands or why you wait for certain items to go on sale. If you're at the grocery store, you can give them a few dollars and then let them pick out a snack. This helps teach them about a budget and puts them in charge. And it can be a way to stop those consistent pleas for, I want this and I want that. So they're in charge. Number 2, when you're planning something fun. The next time you're planning a vacation or an outing, involve your kids in the budgeting process. Show them how saving a little bit over time makes those moments possible. Number 3, share your own savings goals. Share your savings goals like a gadget or gifts and encourage your kiddos to set their own goals, like saving for a toy or for a game. Number 4, talk about your bills. Now, wait until you feel calm for this one, and then you can share how you manage household expenses in a way that they can understand. And bonus, if you talk about energy bills, it might encourage little ones to remember turning off lights and to always encourage questions. Kids are naturally curious. If my kids ask me a question that I don't have the answer, I'll often sit down and look it up together, which can also be a great opportunity to bond. Okay, now for the fun stuff. Here are some interactive games and activities to make money learning enjoyable. Number 1, The Price is Right. You can play Showcase Showdown at the grocery store checkout line. So have your kids see if they can guess the grand total, and the winner can get bragging rights, or maybe they get out of helping put away the groceries. And you can also play something similar when you get home with the receipt. So you can hold up 2 separate items and see if they can guess which item was more expensive. And then a bonus if they can guess how much it actually costs. Next, classic games like Monopoly and Payday can help kiddos learn about earning, spending, and saving. In the show notes, you'll find a link to a great game called Create Your Dream Life, where kids can learn about wants and needs while staying within a budget. And it's yours, totally free to print out. You can also create your own board games with customized rules and scenarios for your family. All right, next, let your kids set up a pretend store or service business. You could pillage the money from one of the board games, or you can make even pretend money, which is also a great way for little ones to learn numbers and counting. They can practice getting paid and giving change while making the rules of their business. Talking about money with your kids doesn't just teach them to save. It teaches them life skills. Studies show that kids with financial literacy grow up with less debt, better credit scores, and lower financial stress. And here's the best part. They're less likely to ask you for money as an adult. So start small, start today, where conversations now will set your kids up for financial success later. If this video got you thinking, give it a like and share it with another parent who could use some money tips. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical, fun, and stress-free ways to teach your kids about money. Remember, financial literacy starts with one conversation. Let's make it count.